Hello everybody, Maxman RC right here. Want to say hi, how's everybody doing? And today we're going to review something that's a doozy. Something that I saw on the internet and I figured, okay, let's try it. Let's give it a shot. Let's see how it works. A little bit about me. I'm a 33-year-old guy who still plays with toys, who you can kind of see right here. Calvin and Hobbes, come on, let's face it, Calvin and Hobbes is top notch, alright? Top notch. They'll teach you a lot about life, and they'll just make you laugh, period. But enough about that, let's go back to the RCs. I've been doing RCs for over 20 years, I want to say at this point, yeah. So I've started with Nico from Montgomery Wards, if anybody else remembers that store. It was a Nico Jeep Wrangler 4x4. Or was it? No, I take that back. It was not a 4x4. It was actually rear wheel drive. Yeah, it was rear wheel drive. So, started with that guy. It had the regular NIMH, nickel metal hydride batteries on it. And, you know, it was a good toy grade for the time it lasted, which was actually very long. And funny enough, I still do have that Jeep somewhere in storage, but I still have it. So let's get to it, to what we're going to be looking at today. Here we have the Devastator rock crawler. It's a 24th scale truck, brushed motor, 7.4 volt battery. It is a LiPo battery, and it's actually built into the truck. So there is no removable battery in this truck. Everything's built in, and it charges via USB. I just got this guy today, and let's see how it works. Let's see all that the truck comes with, shall we? Let's go. All right, so we're back. By the way, I'm sorry if everything might look in reverse. Been having a little technical issues here. So, the Devastator. Now, Devastator is a 4x4 truck. It's, like I mentioned, it's a 24th scale. And it's, for the price point, and honestly, for everything that it can do, relatively cheap, actually. You can pick one of these guys up from Amazon, which I got this guy from, for around 120, maybe 130, counting taxes, depending on where you are at. It does have four-link suspension, all metal, and I'm talking all metal. All right, I'm talking the braces, I am talking the suspension, I'm talking the frame itself, and the roll cage that's actually inside the truck itself. Everything is nice and metal, and if I do remember correctly, it is aluminum. All aluminum. Four-link suspension, and the reason I like this is I haven't been lucky enough to be able to find an actual well, let's get to it. Let's go on ahead, open this box up, and I'll show you one of the main reasons why I got the truck. I myself, I'm not very big on small RCs. This is actually a 24th scale. That's the third time I say it. The smallest I like going is probably 18th scale. But, I mean, this truck just looks so fun. I couldn't say no, you know. Let's open it up real quickly here. There we go, and let's see what all it comes with. So, go ahead and flip it around for y'all. There we go. So first things first. Obviously, it's the truck itself. Now, I may have cheated. I did already unbox this earlier. I needed to charge it so I can show y'all. So I went ahead and charged it. So zip ties and everything, they're gone at this point. So we'll just pick it up. Bye. So this right here is the truck itself. 24th scale, tiny little guy. obviously. 4-link suspension. The flex on this thing for a small vehicle is actually not bad. The servos on it, the steering servos, I'm sorry, they're actually built onto the axles, like most of them. And this right here is the main reason. Look at that. The truck actually has 4-wheel steering. We'll get more into that. Let's take off the body real quickly here. Comes off with just your regular 4 pins. Go, 3, 4. Now do bear with me. I'm trying to do this in just one shot. Boom. Little body. Little pickup truck body. It already came with all the decals pre-installed on it. They are stickers, as most of them are. For the size, I mean, look at this thing. This right here, it's a 10th scale. And this is a 10th scale. I don't know if you can kind of see it. 10th scale Ford body. Boom. Just to show you the difference. 24th scale to the 10th scale body. Yeah, and this one's kind of beat up. The Ford body's kind of beat up. So yeah. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Biggle, biggle, biggle. Or what is it? Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy. Hefty, hefty, hefty. Anyway, put the body back up here. Okay. Like I said, 20 years, you start accumulating things, you know. Got 3 bodies sitting there. Old RC up on top of over my head. Just random little RCs. One of my shelves has nothing but remotes. So anyway, back to this 24 scale, tiny little body onto the truck. All aluminum chassis. Roll cage. I don't know if you want to call it a roll cage. I don't know. 4-link suspension. Right here. Right there. The 2 servos. This is the front of the truck. So this is the front servo. Rear steering servo. And it does actually, right here, this little guy right there, that's a brush motor. Like I mentioned, it is a brush truck. I mean, for the price and for the size, I can understand this being a brush truck. And let's face it, it's a crawler. Brushless on a crawler, yeah, it might be a good idea, but anywho, the drive shafts, like I said, it is 4x4. Drive shafts are actually plastic. And the servos, if you want to go ahead and replace them with something else, it's possible. However, these are actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wire servos. They are not your typical 3-wire servos. So you're going to have to look for that. The wheels are actually very, very supple. Very soft. Just like you expect them to be on a crawler. And it does seem, I know it's going to be kind of hard for y'all to take a look there, but it does look like the wheels are actually bead locked, both inside and outside of the wheel. I might be wrong on this. If I'm wrong, please correct me. So yeah, that's about all there really is for this truck right now. Let's see what else is on the box. Let's put the truck to the side and let's take a quick look at the box itself real quick. All the features on the truck. Covering the 4-wheel steering diagram. Just because I can. And let's go on and see what's in the other box. Yeah, that box just went fine. Alright, this looks like it's a remote. Instruction manual. we really read them, honestly? And ooh, bent stickers. Does look, yeah, like I said, the stickers are actually already mounted on the truck itself. The window stickers in the front, the grill, the lights. Looks like that's about all the stickers that are currently mounted on it. I have here what looks, this guy right here looks to be the rear window sticker. This guy looks to be the front bumper sticker right here. Tailgate handle, vents, side vents. These look like door handles, the tail lights, and then just random stickers with the truck name Devastator. So those are the stickers. Throw them back in here. We'll throw the instruction manual. Let's take a look at the instruction manual right quick. So, 24th scale truck, 4-wheel drive, 4-wheel steering. Which the 4-wheel steering is what made me go on ahead and get this truck. Like I said, it's a 24th scale. It's a little too small for my liking, but it's good for in-home or smaller tracks. The remote, we'll take a look at it in a second. And getting familiarized with your crawler. Front steering servo, steering rear, link suspension, basically everything I just mentioned. So why am I even reading it? It does, like I mentioned, USB charging directly onto the truck. Let's put this away. And the USB charging port right there for you. Now, keep in mind, this is actually the battery side of the charging. The USB is actually this guy. Reminds you of the mini drones at times, don't they? Alright. Take away the bubble wrap here. Bubble wrap. You can't have bubble wrap without popping it. Just back in there, and the box goes bye-bye. The remote. Typical pistol grip. Let me get one of the Spectrum remotes real quickly. I'll be back. And I am back. Regular Spectrum. This is a DX3 remote. It actually came with my infraction. I don't use Spectrum, so pulled it off. But just so you can get an idea of the size of the remote, this is the remote for the crawler. This is the Spectrum DX3. Comes with, I believe it also comes with the Felony, but with me it came with my Arma Infraction V2. Just regular pistol grip. Putting both of them together, they're about the same size. The Spectrum one is a little bit taller, as you can tell, but otherwise, roughly the same size. Spectrum doesn't have any batteries on it. No, this one does have batteries. This one doesn't. And they weigh about the same. Now, like I mentioned, I don't use the Spectrum remote. No, I'm not about to throw it. So we'll put that guy to the side for now. I actually use radio link systems. I like it better. Personally, the range is amazing. And if you guys want a review on the radio link, comment down below. Let me know. And I'll probably end up making a review anyway, whether you people like it or not. So, obviously this is somewhat of a cheating. Now, this remote right here. Let's get the truck out of the way for a second here. Like I said, if the thing wants to focus, I am sorry, I'm having a little bit of technical issues. I couldn't find my other cameras today. So, basically, let's skip that part out. Let me actually show you. The remote does come with the 4 features up here. And I'll show you how to change all that out real quickly in a minute. You have your typical power on, off. Computer beep. These guys right here, we are looking at the trim for the front steering servo, trim for the rear steering servo, and the throttle trim. And then we have the reversing switches. This guy right here is for the steering to reverse it. Honestly, if you really want to, go ahead. I didn't find the need to it. And the throttle to reverse it. Again, to this day, if it already comes pre-built and ready to run, I don't understand why this one's built in here. But to each their own. Maybe you're putting a different body on and it has to go the other way around. Whatever the case is. Just a regular wheel. It doesn't have any foam on it whatsoever at all. Doesn't have any softness to it. It's all just hard plastic. And honestly, in comparison, it does feel a little bit cheaper than your typical Spectrum remote. But again, what do we expect? Getting back to the truck, it should be somewhat charged. So we'll take it. I'll show you real quickly how the truck actually runs and it works. Just want to make sure I was putting it on backwards. There you go. I'll be right back. Real quickly before I forget, one of the things that I liked about this truck that I didn't think it would come with is it actually comes with angled body clips. I prefer these, but I know for high-speed cars, they are a little bit easier for them to go flying off. But all in all, in general, for such a small vehicle, it actually makes it easier to take them on and off. So, there you go. Remember, guys, I told you, battery charger, power switch to the truck is right here. But, good rule of thumb, very good rule of thumb, if you're getting just into the hobby, or if you're into the hobby and you haven't done this in a while, or you just neglect to, we're all human, we tend to do it once in a while. Turn your transmitter on first. You always want to do that. Turn the transmitter on first, then turn on the car. Doesn't matter if it's a small car like this, or something like this big thing right here. Always make sure you turn on the transmitters first. You don't want the car peeling out on you. You don't want to be chasing after a car. Just transmitter on first, and then the car. So, go ahead and click it on. Lights are blinking. Put it to the side for a second. And to turn on the truck, we're going to go to the same side where you have the charger. And it has a small button. Press and hold. There you go. Truck turns on. Once the truck turns on and it's connected to the remote, bam, lights stop blinking. Two solid lights, green and red. So right here, go forward. This is top speed. This is top speed, guys. Go backwards. Okay. When it comes to the steering, just the front wheel. And I'll show you how to make the changes in a second. Now, good angle right there. You got the four-wheel steering right there. That's the front of the truck. What's that? And the controls, they actually turn however much you want it. It's not just like turn it once and go. No, they are proportional controls, both the steering and the throttle reverse. Everything's proportional, which again, for I guess it's right in between of being a toy grade and a hobby grade. I do know, or at least I do believe, that there's a lot of parts for this guy if you want to build up on it. If not, then again, correct me, but at least that's all I've really heard about it. Let's go back to what we were doing here. We got the 4-wheel steering, crap walking. Now what is crap walking? And rear wheel steering. Now I like this thing a little bit better. So you got your front wheel steering, 4-wheel steering, crap walk, and rear wheel. That's it. All in all, I gotta say, I like the way that these servos work. Look at that. For this kind of truck, those are actually pretty decent servos. Everything in here is plastic though. Look at the plastic servo horns, front and rear. And the actual back part of the truck itself, where we hide, if you want to call them differentials, where the differentials are hidden, all of this is plastic. The only metal to this truck in reality is basically the chassis, and the chassis itself is at the same time the roll cage. But from there on out, every moving part of this truck is actually plastic. The shocks, I'm not sure if they're oil filled or not. I'm gonna say probably not. But I mean, for what you're paying for this truck, you really can't go too wrong. You just really can't. So now let's take it up on a quick spin inside here, and maybe we'll take it outside too if the batteries last. Again, I charged the truck for about, I want to say maybe 40 minutes before I started this. So let's see how long 40 minutes gives us. Obviously, I'm not going to record the whole thing, but let's give it a shot. Alright, so here I've built our little course for it. As you can see, little bitty truck. And let's see how it does, shall we? Let's take a quick look here. Alright, let's take away the wheels. Looks like it can try and crawl by itself. Alright, let's just shoot for it, right? Nope. Alright, let's put the wheels back on. Our goal will be to get it to the top. I don't know if we're gonna be able to, but that's gonna be our goal. Alright, I just put it into a 4x4 steering. Let's see if that helps in any way. Alright, let's try the crab walk. Yes, I know for a fact this isn't how the steering remotes should be used, but oh well. Alright, let's go back to the regular one. Looks like it's getting caught up on the wheels, which, I mean, guess I can kind of understand. Alright, let's just freaking send it. Okay, so by the looks of it, it's getting cut on the bottom portion right here. And also, there's not enough clearance right here. It just keeps on getting stuck there. I wonder if we can actually, it does, yeah, we could actually adjust that and make the truck stand a little higher. But before we do that, let's go on ahead, let's take it outside. It's a chilly night, but the ESC and ESC receiver combo on this thing, it is advertised to actually be water resistant, splash proof, I believe is the actual term that they use on here. So there's a tiny little bit of snow outside. Let's go see what we can do about it. Alright, here we are outside. Let's see if we can clear up this little bit of snow and ice that's left. And if let's hope we're done with snow and ice, by the way. Let's see it. Guess it's a little too slippery, huh? Oh well, there you go. What are we gonna do about it? Yeah, again, we gotta remember the size of this truck is tiny. Get you guys a little bit lower here. There you are. Now let's take a look at the steering radius. That's just with the four-wheel drive. I'm sorry, the two-wheel front steering. What do y'all say? Let's head back inside and we'll finish, we'll wrap this guy up real quick. Alright, so we are back inside now. Let's take a look at what I was talking about over there. Turning radius. That's with the four-wheel steering right there. Let's back up. Let's go with the front wheel steering real quick. Nope. Now let's go back to the four-wheel steering. Turning radius turns to basically nothing. Look at that. Alright, let's get it back as it should be. Now let me show you guys. This one's actually one of my favorite ones. The crab walk. finally, rear wheel steering. Don't do that at home. It's a trained professional. All in all, the torque, I gotta say, isn't bad. Look, it dances and falls. So there you have it, guys. The Devastator. The 4x4 crawler that also has 4-wheel steering. Honestly, you really can't beat that. I really do like that. Anything else that I can think of would be, that's basically it. Only other thing is that the transmitter runs on 2 AA batteries, and I don't remember if I mentioned this or not, so I do apologize if I already did. The ECX, I'm sorry, the ESC and the RX are actually a 2-in-1 system, so you really can't put on your own radios, which to me that's actually one of the bad points towards it. I would have more than anything loved to be able to use my radio link for this. Rechargeable batteries, I mean, you name it. This one would have been so much better. 6 channels, I could have easily switched between modes. I mean, but for the price, I really can't complain. I really can't. $130 out the door, counting taxes. You can find it on Amazon. Just look for Devastator or 4-wheel steering crawler, and I'm sure it'll pop up. And that's about it. As for myself, whether I'm gonna keep the car or not, the ARC or not, honestly, I doubt I will. More than likely, this guy's gonna be headed back. It's a good car. It's a fun little gimmick, being able to have all of the 4-wheel steering, 4-wheel drive. But as you saw, the ground clearance isn't that great to begin with. The tires, they're not too grippy. They are nice and supple. Sorry, I like saying that word. But they're not grippy enough. And honestly, except for the aluminum chassis and the aluminum chassis, to me, is the only thing that would make this guy a hobby grade RC. Otherwise, honestly, I see this more as a toy grade. But overall, not a bad car. If it's something you want to start playing around with, seeing if maybe RC crawling is for you, great way to start. It's not gonna break the bank, and it's really not gonna be. No, again, it's not that bad, but personally, for me, what kills it is the size on it. I'm more used to 1/18 being the smallest I can think of that I actually prefer owning. But overall, if I were to give it a rating between 1 and 10, 1 being the worst, return it. It's a toy grade. No, it's no good. You're better off buying a big store brand RC. And 10 being, oh my goodness, it's the top of the line. It's something that's gonna live forever and never and never. I would probably give this a 4. Yeah, I do like the fact that it has the removable body, 4-wheel steering, 4-wheel drive. But from there on out, that's basically all it's got to it. Oh, that and aluminum. That and the aluminum chassis and roll cage. But from there on, everything else, like I said, it's basically cheap little plastic. And the brush motor, I highly doubt it's gonna last anytime soon, because I can see from here it's actually, I mean, that right there, this guy right here, that's the motor for it. Honestly, that's the same motor that I've seen in my toy crates, that which is what I started with, and I started taking apart and everything, not being able to put them back together. You know, we all start from something. Overall, like I said, 4 out of 10, maybe a 5 out of 10. That's it for now. This was the Devastator 4-wheel drive crawler. Fun car. Just not for me. It might be for you. Not because it's not for me, it doesn't mean it's not for you. Hope you enjoyed this. Pretty soon, I do have another car that's coming in the mail, and hopefully it'll be here within the middle of this week. So I'm hoping probably by the middle of this week, when the car gets here, I'll do an unboxing video, and after going around with it for a little bit, I will go on ahead and send out a review. I will go on ahead and record a review of it as well. If you want to see more pictures of this guy, or you want to see more little fun stuff with it, you can check out my Instagram. My Instagram handle, apparently I've lost my main phone here. Give me a second. Like I was saying, I just had to make sure I didn't leave the phone outside. That was it. So, I'm talking to you like I'm recording this live. I'm sorry, guys. My Instagram. You can find more pictures of this guy, along with all the other cars, some of the other cars that I own, as well as a couple videos, a couple of, you know, fun little things on my Instagram. You can find me under the handle rc.hobbies.88. Again, that's rc.hobbies.88. And you can also, believe it or not, who doesn't have one nowadays, find me on TikTok. Now there, I tend to post more on that app, just because of the ease of use. But, you know, trying to marry everything together, trying to make one big ordeal here. And so yeah, you can find me, like I said, Instagram or TikTok under rc.hobbies.88, or just here on YouTube under my current handle, which pretty soon I might actually end up changing as well to match up everything else. You can find me here on YouTube. You're already watching my video, so you already know how to find me, but I'm still gonna put it out there. j.rrc hobbies. That's about all I got for y'all. If you guys want to see anything, if you guys want any reviews on the radio link, I forgot the name of that truck, the infraction, or anything else, just let me know. Comment down below what you want to see. And pretty soon I'm also going to go ahead and post a couple videos on the infraction. I went ahead and the last video I posted on here, the infraction had a 4S battery on it. That was it, and it still had what they call the learning gear, which is basically just the smaller tooth gear. I went ahead and upgraded to the 6S batteries. I had to. I mean, the car's made for 6S to begin with. And I also went on ahead and upgraded to the bigger pinion, to the speed gear, which is again what Arma calls it. I think that's a 25 tooth, 22 tooth. Again, comment down below if you know it off the top of your head. I don't remember it. I have so much stuff around here that's hard to keep track. So yeah, that's about it. Again, this has been JARRC Hobbies, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time.